extending a basic array are multidimensional arrays. The best way to describe a multidimensional array is that it is an array within an array. If an array is a list of information, then a multidimensional array is lists of information within a single list. Initializing a multidimensional array is similar to our regular array. You can initialize it on the fly with data, or initialize it at the beginning of your script. So let's say that we have 3 people, and for each of these people we have a name, address, and age. In a single dimensional array, you may have this. User 1, name Mike, address Oakville, age 30, user 2, so you end up with 3 different arrays. Now there's nothing wrong with this, but to access that information is just a little bit awkward. Within a multidimensional array, we can contain each person's information separately in an array, but together in an easy to access fashion like this. One user's array, and then we have within that 3 other additional arrays. All we've done here is create arrays within an array, or a multi-dimensional array. If we were to print this out to the screen using our printr function, you can see how it's structured. Now you could go even further and create arrays within arrays within arrays. There's not a limit to the number of elements or arrays in a multi-dimensional array, but there is a practical limit. I find that if an array needs more than 3 or 4 levels, then it is best broken out into separate arrays. Now this is a very powerful method of retaining and organizing data. I find that almost every script I write, single and multi-dimensional arrays need to be used. They're great for reducing the amount of variables needed to retain information and subsequently reduces the complexity of a script. To reference the information within a multi-dimensional array, you call the variable with each level within the square bracket like this. Users, index 0, and within index 0 you want the name variable. So in this case, it would be index 0, name, Mike. Index 1, address, index 1, address, Worrytown, Oklahoma, USA. If there were additional levels, we would simply add additional square brackets to the end to reference the variables we're looking for. So if you want a good example of a multi-dimensional array, print out the following code on the web page. This is going to print out the contents of the superglobal array globals. So if we call this on the page, there we go. So now that you know how to print out that globals array, you can also print out any other superglobals array. You can then practice trying to retrieve values out of there using the syntax I showed you. Having a handle on creating and retrieving information from an array, single or multidimensional, is essential to advanced PHP programming.